This evening, the fighting clan of Vineland will be taking on Wildwood Catholic Crusaders. At this time, we ask that everyone please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And I'm not shocked by who it was from.
And before we get to the starting lineup, we wish a very, very happy birthday to someone near and dear to our hearts here at Vineland High School, Miss Ashley Sale. Happy birthday. And now for the starting lineup. First of all, for the Wildwood Catholic
Especially at this point in his
Crusaders.
career, I'm not a fan.
Starting at forward,
I would take Justin
sophomore,
Fields
number 0,
He
Alex
brings something the
Daniels.
Steelers haven't had ever since Cordell Stewart, a dual threat quarterback with two running backs.
At guard, the 5'11" senior
Let's be
number 1,
real.
Pat
That option
Dean.
on offense would be. That's why I want to bring in a guy who can at college.
At guard, 6'4" senior number 5,
Charlie
Charlie
RPO.
Gunner.
We need an RPO offense bad. So that's
At
why.
guard, 6'3" junior number 33, Nas Ruiz. And at forward, 6'3" senior number 30, Carl Ruiz.
I didn't get the other three.
Where?
30, 33, 5, 0.
And now put your hands together for the fighting
We
clan
don't have
of
a one.
Vineland.
We're going to say one is Alex Daniels. I'll find out after.
At guard, 6 foot, number 0, Jack Barufi.
Barufi.
At guard, Ernie Bernard. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 2, Little Sardoff. At forward, a senior, number 4, Alex Reyes. And at forward, a 6'3" sophomore, number 25, Chris Gainey. Ladies and gentlemen, just as a reminder that this is an NJSIAA contest as part of the Cape Atlantic League. These are high school athletes and should be respected as such. Vineland High School strives to stress sportsmanship at all times. Thank you for attending and enjoy the game.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Edward T. Harvard Gymnasium and Irv Gosman Court here at Vineland High School. As we're getting set for boys varsity basketball, tip is underway. Kyle Bennett, Marcelino Ojeda with you. It's good to be back as a duo here at Irv Gosman Court as Vineland hosting Wildwood Catholic, a matchup that typically doesn't happen every year, so it's good to see some new opponents, some fresh faces here and one familiar face on this Wildwood Catholic roster as well. We'll get to that in just a second, but Marcelino, it's good to be back as a duo here in the booth, or courtside, I should say.
It's always a good time to be at our beautiful table together. I will tell you that any day of the week. And like you said, a matchup that doesn't happen often, that's going to be turnover. Ernie Bernhardt trying to get the pass down low to Gainey. Pulls it back in, corner three, pump fake. He's going to put it up anyways, and it's going to be off the mark. We haven't played Wildwood Catholic since 2014.
Wow.
And that day was a victory for Wildwood Catholic, who's trying to get back on the winning side with a 5-9 record. Fighting Clan breaking even at 7-7 after their last game against Cape Atlantic Tech. A blowout, to say the least. And just looking here tonight to keep the momentum rolling as they're trying to pass it around here with Sarnoff and Bernhardt at the top of the wing. Three's going to go up, and it's going to be no good, but another offensive rebound for Wildwood Catholic. Like you said, some returning players here on the Wildwood Catholic team with the brothers of Kyle Ruiz and Nazir Ruiz, both starting here for Wildwood Catholic. That's going to be an open look from three, no good. Trying to get another offensive rebound is Ruiz, blocked away, but somehow they're going to call a foul on Barufi. Vineland coming into this matchup, losing, or not losing, pardon me, they are on a 2-3 roll here, 4-3 at home, winning record. In the case of Wildwood Catholic, they are 2 of 3 in their last 5 games. Last game a loss to Ocean City, 58-46, losing 3 straight, as well as having a 1-2 record on the road. Looking off of statistics here, this game is in favor of the Fighting Clan, who are now down by 1 with 6:20 to go here in this first quarter.
Ruiz goes 1 of 2 from the line. Barufi handles the rock here. Kicks to Reyes. Passes inside to Barufi. Puts up a shot. Rebound goes Wildwood Catholic's way. Mishandled there by Gainey. Three-pointer was thought about. Now it's taken, and it's nothing but net by number 5 from Wildwood Catholic, Charlie Dunner.
Fighting Clan need to find a way to stop the 3-ball here. It was something that the JV seemed to see pretty frequently, and their 2-point win here today with a shot late in the game by Kasim Carter. Fighting Clan up 1-0 in today's dual matchup doubleheader, as that 3 is way off the mark by Reyes. Great outlet pass here for Wildwood Catholic, looking to get their offense rolling here. Bernhardt and Sarnoff at the top of the key. The Ruiz brothers passing between each other. Looking for an opening here as Vineland sticks in their usual zone as another open 3. No good. Offensive rebound yet again for Wildwood Catholic. Tipped. No foul called, but it's going to go out of bounds on Wildwood Catholic. Great for the Fighting Clan to keep them off the offensive board as much as possible.
Vineland's got to try to slow this down. Wildwood Catholic is running like, I don't even, like Tasmanian Devil almost. They're just like whirling all around. As Reyes drives. And a foul. Going Wildwood Catholic's way. They got to slow this down, though. They got to be able to control the tempo and not allow Wildwood Catholic to kind of dictate the pace of this game, because it can get out of hand pretty quickly when all the fast-paced passes are going, and then you find your guy on the outside, which they've been doing quite frequently early in this game, finding somebody in the corner for 3. You're not going to be able to hang around if you're, sucking wind the way that Vineland seems to be right now.
Sarnoff guarding at the top, guarding Ruiz. It's going to be Bernhardt looking to switch. Ruiz back with the ball in the corner, guarded by Jack Barufi. Wildwood Catholic looking to get that quick offense rolling. And for Vineland, the best way to slow this down is having longer offensive possessions, giving them opportunities to score and not trying to score too quickly, but getting bunches on possessions. Ruiz with the ball guarded closely by Sarnoff. Going to his left, driving towards Reyes. It's going to be kicked back out to the top of the key, and Wildwood Catholic will reset. Going to be a drive here. Barufi playing closely. Great passing down low. Ruiz with the pass, and he's going to finish a great look there from Wildwood Catholic. 3 bang, bang, bang passes turns into points as Ernie Bernhardt gets the pass from Sarnoff in the corner, gaining to his right. Goes back to Sarnoff, guarded closely by Alex Daniel. Gainey, someone you'd like to see get his scoring going early, as well as Reyes, because you know Reyes is a really hot and cold type of shooter. As Reyes is going to drive, kick it back out. Barufi open for 3. No good once again. Rebounded by Wildwood Catholic. Vineland still hasn't got a shot to go down, with Wildwood Catholic leading 6-0.
It felt like a forced shot there. Didn't really have to take it as quickly as Jack Barufi did. Got to be able to settle the offense a lot simpler here as Wildwood Catholic cashes in on the 2-point shot inside the paint.
And
Barufi
something
to Reyes, thought about a 3.
Something that won't be shown is that's going to be turned over on that last possession. You won't see it on the stat sheet, but it was the pick by Ruiz to set up the open look there for Pat Bean. And it looks like they're running a 2-man game down low. That Vineland hasn't been able to really put a defensive scheme together yet, as Bernhardt going to play up close to Alex Daniel. Almost turned over there. Sarnoff played that ball over. It's going to be a mid-range look. No good. Possible offensive rebound pulled in. And Wildwood Catholic, another possession off of an offensive rebound. Sarnoff and Bernhardt at the top here. Ruiz going to go back to his left. Pass down low. Another good pass. Good look. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Barufi. And Vineland going up the other way, trying to be quick.
Shot.
Bernhardt has an opportunity. Puts up the 3. No good. Rebounded by Sarnoff. Sarnoff looked for an opening, dribbling it back out, losing it. And Wildwood Catholic with the ball once again. Still no answers here on the offensive end of the floor for the Fighting Clan. It's going to be a pump fake drive, looking for another open look down low. Great back down, and it is no good. Offensive rebounded, but they're going to call a jump ball, and Wildwood Catholic is all over Vineland here early.
First substitution here for Wildwood Catholic, as well as number 4 checks in. He's not on our roster for number 1, who is also not on our roster. That's an easy switch for us.
Yeah, not much changes for the broadcast here, but we'll bring you as much as we can. Moving forward, Reyes with the ball. Barufi to his right, who's in the corner, guarded closely by Ruiz. Barufi going back to his left, trying to get out of that stuck corner. And it's tough being in that corner right now for the Fighting Clan, because there hasn't been many passing opportunities or any looks to try and cut baseline, as Bernhardt's cut off yet again. Reyes puts up the 3. No good. Rebounded by Gainey. Trapped by 3 men. Puts it up. No good. There is a lid on the rim for the Fighting Clan here very early on, with only a minute to go in the first quarter. Vineland hasn't put down a single bucket.
I didn't hate that last shot attempt from Reyes. It was a good range. It was a good, enough space for him to take that shot. It just didn't land. But if he's not shooting, I've said it all season on games. I've broadcasted games we've broadcasted together. I've talked to coaches and said he's got to be able to utilize his athleticism and his height. He's 6'4". Use that 6'4" frame. Go inside the paint, drive to the rack, and make teams respect your three-point shot, because they know that you're also capable of driving the lane and putting up a floater, putting up a Euro step type of shot.
Sarnoff with the ball, looking for Reyes, wide open in the corner, and it's good. Reyes knocks down his first 3 points of the day for the Fighting Clan. And if you're a Fighting Clan fan, that is a good sign. When Reyes is on, he does not miss. Sarnoff and Bernhardt at the top of the key here, playing defense between Ruiz. He swung into the corner, number 4, picked away by Reyes. Bernhardt has the open look downhill, and he will finish. A quick turnaround for the Fighting Clan. 2 back-to-back buckets makes this a 1-possession game with 7 seconds and counting. Wildwood Catholic looking for an opening. Number 4 puts up the 3. No good. Rebounded by Gainey. 2 seconds ago. Sarnoff with the ball. Puts it up at half court. And it's off the glass and no good. Oh, my goodness. It looked good from here. Right off the glass. Sarnoff puts up a heave as the Fighting Clan are down by 3 going into this second quarter. KB, what can the Fighting Clan do to get the offense rolling going into this second?
If Noah Sarnoff made that, I would have stormed the court. I would have been the single person out there spinning around like a human hurricane, because that would have been absolutely electric scenes. Good little run there towards the end of the quarter there to put up points from Reyes and Ernie Bernhardt. You got to be able to find more consistency with your shots, slow down the pace of the game. Wildwood Catholic's trying to go at a fast pace, trying to get you off your mark, moving the ball as quickly as possible and finding that first pass outlet that they can get to. You got to be able to slow them down, kind of make them play at your tempo rather than you catching up to theirs. It's much easier to slow the pace of a game down than to speed it up. Slow it down, take control, use your possessions. There's no shot clock in high school basketball. Use your possession, find your shots, and I think you'll find some success. And, don't put up the first shot, put up the best shot.
Exactly, and again, the best way to slow this Wildwood Catholic team down is keeping them off the offensive end of the floor. Like I said, longer offensive possessions, getting the best possible look that you can, and scoring off of those looks. Vineland having a couple of good looks, not able to capitalize on all of them, but once again, turning that defense into offense turns it around for them as they're only down by 3. And here we go, second quarter action here. Edward T. Harvard Gymnasium. It is Barufi, Sarnoff, Bernhardt, Reyes, and Gainey, the 5 on the floor still for the Fighting Clan. No substitutions yet as Barufi looks to cut off Ruiz in the corner. Bernhardt back on top. Sarnoff almost tips it away. And Wildwood Catholic looking for any opening they can get. They get one in the corner here. No good. Rebounded by Reyes, and here they go the other way. Chris Gainey, 3-on-2 opportunity. Bernhardt and Barufi puts up the shot. No good. He had 2 men trailing with him. Puts up the shot. No good. Stolen away. Bernhardt with the ball between his legs to Barufi, and a foul. Great play by Bernhardt to make something out of nothing and find Barufi as Bernhardt walks away, cheesing the whole way back. A between-the-leg pass. Yes, we saw it, young man. And that puts Barufi at the line for 2.
You could tell there Chris Gainey was kind of being reactionary with that shot he put up, trying to force something in there, and that's why it ricocheted so hard off the glass. That's what I'm talking about when Vineland's got to slow things down. Just breathe a little bit, a little in through the nose, out through the mouth type of action. Kind of find your zen. As Barufi sinks that one, it's a 2-point game now.
Travel called here on Wildwood Catholic, another turnover, and again, Vineland slowing them down so far here, making it a 2-point game. They just got to keep this rolling.
They can play physical, and they can also play finesse, which is rare at the high school level. Usually you're one or the other. Vineland's got that versatility with this particular lineup that's out there. Use that to your advantage in slowing things down, but also using your finesse game when it's needed. As Barufi hits Sarnoff. It gets picked away. Sarnoff recovers.
Great pass to Reyes, but Gainey tried to take it away from him.
Communication there.
A tough turnover there.
Boys,
they had the open look. The pass was intended for Reyes, who was wide open in the corner, but Gainey tries to reel that one in and causes a turnover for the Fighting Clan. And the perk of being the Fighting Clan here is their best lineup has been their small ball lineup, and that's the lineup out there now. Wildwood Catholic doesn't have a big dominating center like we've seen from teams like ACIT as Coach Russo
Almost gets
somehow gets underneath of that one.
Almost took one to the dome.
But it's been the small ball lineup success for the Fighting Clan. It works against smaller teams. They got to be able to take advantage of this group, especially down the stretch in games where if there is a big man, you can put them out there as your second group, switching out guys like Barufi, like Bernhardt, bringing in guys like Sode or Sincere Chandler, guys like that to turn the game around and give you an opportunity for a quicker lineup. As once again, there's another open look down low, blocked away by Reyes, who's playing great defense. Gainey there with him, but an open 3 will go down, and Wildwood Catholic knocks down their first points of this second quarter. Looked like it was Charlie Dunner. Seems to be the shooter for this Wildwood Catholic team. Reyes with the ball in the corner, steps back, trap. What a spin move. Gets to the rim. What a move. Reyes with a gorgeous move, tap dancing on the baseline and finishing. Oh, my goodness, KB.
It's like the scene from the episode of SpongeBob. That's what we've been waiting for. It's what we've wanted all along. That's what we want to see from number 4. Alex Reyes on this Vineland roster. Utilize that inside game because now They're going to start to respect your outside game, your mid-range, that much more. Don't be afraid to drive to the rack. Get a little physical. Get your elbows dirty. And he did that there. A beautiful display. That's something he should immediately put in the back of his brain and say, okay, I can do this. I'm capable of performing inside the paint.
Some substitutions here, but Vineland will be calling a timeout. And it was Dunner who scored on the other end after the Reyes bucket. But like you said, KB, seeing Reyes get to the rack, finding opportunities, it's not hard for him.
No.
Something that I've noticed is that it's not hard for Reyes to get to the rim. He has great moves, he's quick, and he's light on his feet, which is great for any basketball player, let alone someone at 6'4". Use that athleticism like you've always said. Use that speed, use that ball handling, and get opportunities at the rim. Guys like Gainey and Barufi will find rebounds. Sarnoff, you have a gritty group behind you. Just look for opportunities to get better percentage shots than looking for that outside shot where guys aren't there or you're boxed out and can't get an offensive rebound.
You know, as a senior, too, obviously you don't want to look too far ahead. You still have a lot of your senior season remaining, but, like, that's the type of stuff, then if you want to play at the next level, those coaches are going to be looking to see your versatility, your ability to drive in the lane, your ability to find a mid-range shot when you need it, and then obviously extend your game to that three-point line.
Reyes with the ball here, inbounded by Barufi. Reyes puts up the three, no good.
That's unlucky.
Just rims out. It was a good look. Nonetheless, Wildwood Catholic going the other way. Looks to be some substitutions. Ryan McGrath checking in for Wildwood Catholic. Dunner with the ball, puts up a alley-oop. Got up there, my goodness, back to Dunner. Nobody looking for the pass. Open look from up top, and it is no good. Reyes there to steal the rebound, and here go the Fighting Clan the other way. Sarnoff with the ball, Gainey to his left. Gainey going to the rim with two guys on him, and he's going to be fouled. 2 shots at the line coming for Chris Gainey.
Gainey's athleticism the past couple of weeks being inserted into the starting lineup tonight, obviously, but he's really impressed me in the opportunities he's got. And last game I saw him play was against Buna, and he was coming in as a reserve, and I said, where's he been all season? He needs to be in this rotation for this varsity squad. A lot of these guys that I really was impressed as Gainey puts up the shot. It's good. The last game I broadcast was against Buna, and obviously Buna kind of in a transition year this year, so Vineland was able to get an opportunity to play a lot of their JV players throughout the game as well and get different rotations in, and I said, this is magnificent as Wildwood Catholic puts up a shot. The rotation selection that Coach Russo had against Buna really worked, and it was fun to watch because you had guys playing with other players that they traditionally weren't accustomed to playing with, but they found a way to make the chemistry work as Reyes puts up a 3, no good. I'd like to see that more, no matter who they're playing. You know, whether it's a down opponent or, you know, toe-to-toe playing with some of the best in South Jersey. Utilize the rotation in the regular season. Allow yourself to kind of evaluate who's playing well on your roster, who plays well with who on your roster, and give yourself different looks depending on who your opponent is.
And Vineland not a team that's pulling at straws in any ways. That's going to be blocked away again by Reyes, but there's going to be a foul called on Dunner for Wildwood Catholic. We said Vineland has a pretty stacked roster. If you can look at the bench here, they have a lot of guys who have gotten good minutes on JV, who can contribute on the varsity level. It's just about matchups. Vineland has opportunities to play in matchup scenarios. As Sarnoff is going to drive, kick it to Reyes, who loses the ball, was probably looking for a 3 there. He's going to drive, mid-range jumper, no good, off the mark. And Wildwood Catholic going the other way after a 1-shot possession there from the Fighting Clan. Jackson with the ball back to Dunner. Dunner's going to drive, put up the floater, no good. Rebounded again by Reyes, and it's tipped away. Dunner reels it back in, and Wildwood has another opportunity. Jackson in the corner with the ball, passes down low. Great pass, and it's going to be a foul call, but it's going to be on the floor.
It's one of those things where Reyes has to settle that. Again, there's no shot clock. You can allow guys to get down the court and kind of expand their way out, and you don't have to force a pass into traffic like that. It leads to a turnover.
Dunner with the ball going to his left, pump fake drive. Great shot there, great percentage look. And Wildwood Catholic rolling with a 7-point lead here with 3 minutes and counting. Sarnoff with the ball, Gainey to his left. looking for Barufi. Bernhardt following him, guarded by Dunner. Jackson guarding Reyes. Reyes going to his left, looking for an opening, guarded closely by Jackson. Sarnoff looking to reset this offense with Barufi and Bernhardt near half court. Barufi trying to clear out, gives it back to Bernhardt. Pump fakes, guarded closely by Dunner, looking for an opening. He can't find one. Back to Reyes, who's going to drive, kick it out. Barufi open for three. No good, way off the mark. Vineland had an open look there, but Barufi could not capitalize. And Wildwood Catholic with the ball again. A good trap there. Bernhardt back at the top where Dunner is waiting.
The offense has been too one-dimensional so far in this first half. It's a lot of let's get the ball and try to get Reyes open anywhere on the court. You can't be one-dimensional in a game like this. You got to be able to utilize all 5 guys on the court. Allow somebody like Gainey to find his shot. Allow Ernie Bernhardt to get open, Barufi to get open for 3, those mid-range shots that they're able to take. Let Sarnoff drive to the lane.
It's going to be a foul call. They're going to call a travel. Good call there. And something with Vineland, it's not like they're passing out of good shots. They're not getting good looks at all. The passing that's happening consistently isn't because they're trying to get an opening or anything that they have a good shot and they're passing out to cut. They're passing because they don't have another choice on the offensive end of the floor so far. They have to get to the rim, like we just heard from the crowd. They got to get to the rim. Gainey's going to inbound here to Sarnoff, guarded closely by number 1. It's going to be Chris Gainey to his left as well as Reyes. Reyes in the corner, guarded closely once again. Back out to Gainey. Gainey looking to try and go baseline, picks up his dribble in under a second. Sarnoff with the ball going to his right, pass to Reyes, has the open corner look, no good, rebounded by Gainey, and they're going to call an over-the-back foul here, and Wildwood Catholic will have the ball once again off of a Vineland 3-point miss.
Can't live and die by a 3. It's brutal no matter who your opponent is, and it just slows your offensive ability down so much. I had an analogy presented to me by a Philadelphia Wings head coach a couple weeks ago where you look at a lacrosse game. When it's, a multi-goal lead, it's almost like a 3-1 lead in hockey. Taking the first shot is not going to get you back in the game. You still got to score more. So you got to be more efficient and more direct and calculated with the shot selection you're taking. Taking a 3-point shot is not going to get you back in this game. You're down 7 points right now. Chip away. You still have a whole other half remaining as well. Take your 2-point shots. Take your mid-range shots. Drive the basket. That's what's going to get you back in this game. And we've seen Wildwood Catholic, as we just saw right there, do that all night. Sure, they've hit some threes here and there, but they've been able to drive the lane as well and be versatile with their offensive outputs. You got to be able to do that if you're Vineland, especially going into this second half.
They're giving themselves opportunities on the offensive end of the floor with good passing and forcing Vineland the trap, as that foul is going to be on Wildwood Catholic. It's going to send Reyes to the line here for the Fighting Clan to shoot 1 and 1. I believe we're in the bonus here with 5 fouls on Wildwood Catholic. Same starting 5 in for the Fighting Clan.
That's been an interesting tactic, too. No substitutions yet.
You have to believe it's because Coach Russo feels this is the best product he will get and the best opportunity. And if it's your best lineup, you're still down by 8 here with 50 seconds to go, as that's going to be missed by Reyes and hauled in by Wildwood Catholic, who have numbers going the other way. 2 Vineland players trailing Barufi and Bernhardt as they get settled back in. Sarnoff playing close defense as always, almost tips it away and does tip it away, but it will go out of bounds. 36.1 to go here in this second quarter. As Vineland looks to get a stop here. Look to see if Wildwood Catholic will hold on to the ball for a possession as they get back rolling here. Bernhardt to the right of Sarnoff. Pass going to be back up. Dunner with the ball now, driving, going to his left, tipped away, and they're going to call a travel here on Dunner. Good call there by the Stripes. And it'll be Vineland ball with 24.3 to go. Would like to see Vineland hold on to the ball for the last shot here, but Wildwood Catholic will be playing tight. They're going to be playing that 3-2 zone once again. Baruffi with the ball, calling someone over now. It's going to be Bernhardt after Sarnoff and Gainey leaving that direction. Reyes with the ball on the wing. 9 seconds to go. Back to Sarnoff. Sarnoff is going to drive. He's going to put up a shot. No, he's going to give it down to Baruffi and puts it in. Great pass there by Sarnoff, and that will end the first half. Fighting Clan off of a great pass from Sarnoff to Baruffi are only down by 6 points. KB, keys to victory here for the Fighting Clan after this halftime break.
I'm going to be like Kylo Ren in Star Wars and hit you with the more of that. Give me more of that we just saw with that final possession. That was smart. That was calculated. And look, it resulted into you going into halftime at a 2-possession game. Chip away. You don't have to live and die by the 3. Try to maximize on point output. Chip away at this score. Make Wildwood Catholic earn their points as well on the defensive end. Been playing decent defense so far. Improve upon that after halftime, but really just get into a chip away offense and go and take this lead back. It's still a game that is well within reach for the Fighting Clan, and we'll see more of that after halftime. You're watching boys varsity basketball right here on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel. And welcome back, everybody, to the Edward T. Harvard Gymnasium and Irv Gosman Court here at Vineland Senior High School South, the 11-12 building, whatever you decide to call it whenever you attended here. Second half action of boys varsity basketball underway. Kyle Bennett, Marcelino Ojeda with you on the call, and it's a 6-point lead for Wildwood Catholic, the visiting team, as Ernie Bernhardt puts up a three. It's good. Agent Uno starting off hot here for the Fighting Clan in the second half.
Beautiful start, to say the least. Great passing all the way around, giving Bernhardt an opportunity to score here. That's what they need, as number one, is going to put up the three and knock down the three. So an instant answer here by Wildwood Catholic as Vineland looks to go back and slow down and do what they did on that last possession. Get the ball in more guys' hands and open more opportunities instead of just dribbling out and passing out of bad shots, as Reyes puts up a three. So go off the top of the backboard and be a turnover. Not what the Fighting Clan were looking for on that possession.
Didn't like that shot choice. You could still kind of open up the offense a little bit more on that possession. It felt like a rushed shot. Just because you have some space doesn't mean you need to utilize said space. Utilize the possession.
Ruiz with the ball here, passes back and turns it over. Was looking for Dunner, just a little wide there. Fighting Clan catch a breakdown that possession, going the other way. Down by 6. It'll be Sarnoff leading the charge here, as always. Baruffi to his right, Chris Gainey to his left, Ernie Bernhardt and Alex Reyes in each corner. Reyes driving here, passing. Sarnoff open for three, puts up the three. No good. Rebounded one-handed by Reyes, dribbles it out, and right into a double team. Somehow gets out of it. Gainey pump face, goes to his left, guarded closely. Back to Reyes, has the open look, will definitely take it, and definitely make it. He turned around the second, it left his hand. Cold-blooded Alex Reyes knocks down a three.
Pulled a little Caitlin Clark action there.
Tough bucket there for the Fighting Clan as momentum is looking to shift here. Ruiz with the ball, guarded closely by Sarnoff. Pass in the corner there. Chris Gainey to meet him and back up to Ruiz, looking for any opening. He's going to drive, look to kick out. Looked like he might have traveled there. Dunner's going to put up the three. No good. Rebounded, and here goes the Fighting Clan. Baruffi steals it away as Bernhardt to his right. He's going to drive, put it up. No foul called. Miss it. Rebounded by the other Ruiz. And there's going to be a foul called here on Baruffi somehow. In a 2-on-1 situation, Baruffi doesn't get the call. He looked for the opportunity, a shot I would like him to take in transition. But again, if he gets fouled, you'd like to see the whistle blow.
Slow it down. That was way too chaotic of a possession there. It wasn't a controlled chaos.
Vineland team that thrives off of turnovers and going the other way. That's going to be a great pass down low. Ruiz passes it back out, and great passing between the two bigs down low. Big number 0, Pat Bean, knocking that one down. Vineland once again on offense, looking a little jittery here, hoping they slow it down as Baruffi gets to Bernhardt, back to Sarnoff. Dunner guarding Bernhardt now. Ruiz on Reyes. Reyes is going to drive, put up the mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Bean, going the other way. Ruiz, the quicker one here, going out of 3-on-2, and he's going to be fouled.
Just got to say, Pat Bean is a great basketball name.
That's pretty sick. Pat Bean.
Bean.
Fighting Clan looking to stop the bleeding of a quick-tempo Wildwood Catholic team here. It looks like Bean is going to go to the free throw line here. Or pardon me, they're going to have him inbound. I didn't think that foul was on a shot. But inbounding here is going to be Dunner. Jackson checking in here. He's on his right. Dunner's going to get the ball back.
All I hear is the Mario theme song whenever I hear Dunner's name. Dunner, Dunner, Dunner.
Dunner, Dunner, Dunner. That's going to be a timeout called by Wildwood Catholic. Vineland still in this game. 5 points, 5:02 to go. And since you guys are here with us, KB, tell them where they can find all great things Vineland High School athletics.
Yeah, you got to subscribe to the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. That's where you get every single sporting event, broadcast, board meetings, school events, and everything in between in the Vineland School District throughout the 2023-2024 school year and beyond. Be sure to click that bell icon as well, because you get notified right on your device of choice whenever we go live, and our producer Doug Diola hits that big red button. You'll know because you'll have that bell icon clicked. That's youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV.
24-19 the score here, 5:02 to go. Marcio Heather, my partner Kyle KB Bennett, our producer Doug Diola bringing you tonight's matchup between, once again, two teams looking for a win. Vineland looking to break above even and go above 500. Wildwood Catholic looking to get their 6th win of the year. As Rui's going to pass down low to Dunner, almost try to get it into Bean, but Jackson's going to have the ball on the outside. Bernhardt and Barufi there with him. Pat Bean with the ball in the corner. Swing back up to Jackson.
We're very close to a Monsters Inc. pun with the score we have right now. Almost had 23-19.
The missed free throw earlier by Wildwood Catholic, breaking the hopes and dreams of a good call here as Barufi has the ball, swings it to Reyes all the way in the corner, but Gainey's the one who pulls it in. Pass fake to Reyes. Reyes going to put up the 3 anyway. No good. Rebounded by Reyes, gets his own, guarded closely by his own player, and somehow he rips it away. No foul called. Wildwood Catholic with the ball, kicked it. No call yet again, and Ruiz will have the ball going the other way. Absolute chaos, and once again uncontrolled for the Fighting Clan on offense. Dunner with the ball, passing it cross court. One looking to drive here, tipped away by Sarnoff. Going the other way, Bernhardt, one on no one, and he's going to finish at the rim. Fighting Clan break 20, 21-24 here. Only a one-possession game as Pat Bean's going to drive, put it up, and just misses it, rims it out. Fighting Clan picking up the tempo again, and Gainey's going to drive. He's going to put up the 3. It's good! Chris Gainey knocks down the 3 and ties it with 3:40 to go here in the third.
I'm going to do my best Matty Court. Chris Gainey, Gainey
with the rebound once again, and Vineland with numbers. Passes it to Bernhardt. Bernhardt's going to keep in the corner. He's going to look to drive. Gainey's going to get the ball back. He's going to drive himself. Hop step, puts up the jumper. No good off the side of the backboard. Pulls it in. Reyes at the top. Looks to go to the corner once again. Gainey with the ball. Puts up a 3 of his own. No good. It looked good from here, but Bernhardt saves it. Sarnoff with the ball. Vineland slowing it down. Barufi with a pass down low. He's going to put up. He's fouled, but they're going to call a travel instead of a foul on the shot. Vineland picking
there,
up momentum. A lot happening there. Vineland with momentum going courtside each way from baseline to baseline. We have a tie game with 3:04 to go.
Now you got to do a little of those in through the nose, out through the mouth.
But a little hype here. Another turnover by Wildwood Catholic.
Vineland with the ball. Once said, this away, that away.
Vineland gets the ball off of a complete miscommunication there by number 1 and Dunner, who both check out. Vineland looking to score and take the lead here. Bernhardt open for 3 in the corner. Knocks it down! A 3-ball by Bernhardt puts the Fighting Clan up by 3. 2:53 and counting. Sarnoff guarding closely, but they're going to call a foul on Sarnoff.
I got my 3 goggles on. Because Ernie Bernhardt is driving the plane.
Ernie Bernhardt knocking down corner 3s in bunches here in this second half as Wildwood Catholics looking for an answer, down by 3. Great defense between Bernhardt and Sarnoff at half court. And it's never an easy look as that's going to be passed down to Pat Bean. Look there on the wing, and it's going to go down. That's going to be number 25 for Wildwood Catholic. Ryan McGrath knocking down that 3. And Vineland looking to go the other way in a tie game. Sarnoff's going to drive, kick to Barufi. Bernhardt in the corner. That has been his great spot there. He's going to put up a floater, and he puts it down. Oh, my Ernie Bernhardt, you need to cool down.
No, he doesn't, because the Fighting Clan need him to keep rolling.
Ernie Bernhardt doing the scoring here exclusively. No foul called. Pat Bean on the rebound, and that'll be a bucket, but they are still tied up here at 29 apiece. 2 minutes and counting. Barufi with the ball. He's going to drive. He's going to put it up. A way off shot off the top of the glass, and that is going to be Wildwood Catholic ball. Not the shot you're looking for there if you're the Fighting Clan. And Barufi will check out after that mistake. It'll be number 12 checking in for the Fighting Clan, Dakota Folks. KB, this is the man you've been waiting for.
He had a fantastic game against Buna the last time I was here. I was really impressed with his game. His length and his height are an asset.
McGrath knocks down another 3 for Wildwood Catholic, and that gives them a 3-point lead, 32-29.
Kind of a lengthier game that's similar to number 25, Chris Gainey here a little bit.
Turnover there by the Fighting Clan. Momentum slowly but surely shifting. Not swifting. We do not have Swiffers here. In the way of Vineland Catholic. Bernhardt playing closely. McGrath with the ball now.
I was also going to say Taylor's not here either.
McGrath hands it off there, and that's going to be a foul called on Sarnoff. Oh, pardon me, they're going to call it travel. That works in favor of the Fighting Clan.
Get your passports ready.
That's a little too many steps there, going the wrong way. And now Vineland has the ball down by 3 with 1:20 to go in the third. Bernhardt with the ball past the corner. Gainey puts up the 3. No good. It looked good from here. Folks couldn't reel that one in. And Wildwood Catholic going the other way. It's going to be past to Pat Bean. He's going to kick it to the wing where Jackson's waiting. Pass it down low to number 4. And they're going to reset here with Bernhardt and Sarnoff at the top playing defense. Pass is going to be to Pat Bean. Guarded closely. He's going to drive, kick it out again. Jackson has the look, and he will knock it down. 6-point lead here for Wildwood Catholic with 50 seconds and counting. Vineland need a response here on offense.
Drive inside, drive inside.
Bernhardt with the ball, back to Sarnoff, passing along the wing. Sarnoff's going to drive, kick it to Bernhardt. Time winding down, but they do have time. No shot clock with 34 and counting. Gainey loses the ball there, and now Wildwood Catholic has an opportunity to hold the ball for the final shot. But for a fast-paced team, they won't be looking to do that. McGrath's going to drive. He's going to look to pass it, and it'll stay with Wildwood Catholic off of the leg of Chris Gainey. 21.2 here to go in this third quarter. Wildwood Catholic up by 6 against the Fighting Clan. Jackson reels that one in one-handed. Great catch. Bernhardt playing defense at the top. Wide open look for McGrath in the corner. Just rims out. Chris Gainey with the ball with 10 seconds to go. Vineland has time here. Sarnoff with the ball. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it to the corner. The corner with Bernhardt. Bernhardt passes down low to Folks. And they're going to call what looks to be an offensive foul on Folks.
I don't get that one.
Nonetheless, 3.9 to go here in this third quarter. Wildwood Catholic with the ball. Pat Bean passing it in. He's going to pass it to McGrath. McGrath is going to kick it to the corner. Jackson's wide open. Reyes stops it away. What a play by Reyes to turn that shot away and keep it within 2 possessions here as Reyes comes off the court and says, no way. Fighting Clan need to get some momentum going here in this fourth quarter.
You got to slow it down like we said all game. You got to control the pace here, especially in this fourth quarter. Not let Wildwood Catholic dictate how this final frame is going to play out. And you also just got to be smart with your shot selections. Got to be smart with your passes. I get what Reyes was doing down here, getting that rebound, that quick pass to Gainey. That's a dangerous pass. If that gets deflected, somebody runs up in the lane of that pass, you're more than likely giving up a free 2 points there. You got to think smarter, not harder with your passes, with your decision making. You're well within range of winning this game. It's been an ugly game. It's been a defensive type of game. 35-29 going into this final frame. This game is winnable for the Fighting Clan.
And we all know Chris Gainey is a very athletic player and a scorer at heart, someone who hasn't really gotten the scoring going here, but at the same time, he doesn't need to score right now. It's about getting opportunities. He'll get his shots. The shots will come his way as long as possessions kind of hang out. You kind of spread out that inside, and Gainey's going to be able to drive. That's his bread and butter any day of the week. He can knock down a 3 as well, but you like to see him get to the rack and use his athleticism, something that we also call for with Alex Reyes. So it's about time for Vineland, who still have not made a single substitution in this game. 8 minutes to go, 6-point game. They have possession. Looking to see what their offense does
They
here.
did make one substitution when Folks came in for Barufi after the turnover, but that's been it. Barufi's back in the game.
It was good timing for that Barufi play to check out as Reyes is going to drive, kick it out to Bernhardt. Bernhardt's going to go back to Sarnoff. Looks to be a little bit of a reset for the Fighting Clan. Bernhardt with the ball once again, guarded closely. And this zone defense trying to trap Reyes here on the wings as Sarnoff is going to drive. Look for Bernhardt, get it to Bernhardt, shoot the mid-range jumper. High arcing shot, rebounded by Gainey, but stolen away. He wants the foul, not going to get it. And Wildwood Catholic with the ball, swung cross court, and they're going to slow it down here with the 6-point lead.
I don't know how a foul wasn't called down there. Gainey was clearly.
It's going to be rebounded here by Reyes. Reyes picks up his dribble, passes to Sarnoff, and now they are back on offense. Bernhardt in the corner, nobody there yet, as Sarnoff is going to drive, somehow not travel, and just lose the ball there. Tipped away by McGrath. Baruffi with the ball, back to Sarnoff. Reyes to his left, Bernhardt to his right. Baruffi and Gainey on the blocks. Reyes going to get the ball. He's going to shoot that three. He's going to miss that three. Tipped out, and Wildwood Catholic will retain the possession here. Vineland does not need to score threes here. They just need to chip away like we asked for early on. It's only a two-possession game as Bean's going to drive past to Jackson. Blocked away by Reyes, his fourth block of the game. He's going to go downhill here. He's going to put it up, and it's going to be no good. One-shot possessions here, killing the Fighting Clan as Reyes is going to foul.
That's frustrating. That's frustrating. You get the possession there. You got to slow it down and be more decisive with when you're going to finish. Like, you can move in transition, but be calculated when you decide to go up for the shot. That was just way too quick and way too miscalculated.
Vineland not getting foul calls as Dunner's going to knock down an easy elbow jumper there from the free throw line. And the Fighting Clan now pulling at straws for possessions here. Sarnoff's going to pass it over to Baruffi. Gainey's going to cut. He's going to try and pass it to Gainey.
Talk.
And somehow that stays in possession of the Fighting Clan. But no communication, like you said, KB, between any of these five starters. Reyes looking to inbound. He's going to pat the ball, look middle. He's going to go back to his left and pass it to Sarnoff. Looked like it might have been tipped. Baruffi with the ball, looking to pass back to Reyes. Sarnoff going to pump fake drive, kick it to Bernhardt. Bernhardt's going to put up three. It's going to be no good. And the Wildwood Catholic team going the other way with Ruiz. Sarnoff guarding Ruiz closely. Fighting Clan needs stops, and they need them now. So he passed back to Jackson. Jackson down low to Ruiz, kicks it to McGrath. McGrath puts up the three. And it is good. Wildwood Catholic pulling away in this one with 5:38 and counting. Sarnoff with the ball, guarded closely by 4. McGrath on the wing with Baruffi. Baruffi asking for someone to come his way. Nobody does. And Bernhout now trapped in the corner. Is going to get trapped. Great pass to Baruffi, and he smokes the layup. Ruiz with the ball, passes down low to 4. 4 looking back up to that wing where Dunner is, and Dunner will knock down the three. And Fighting Clan have to call a timeout as they are bleeding here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, the way the possessions have gone, the shot selection's gone, that last three before, it advanced to 43 points for Wildwood Catholic. To get to 40, that felt like the dagger of, you know, you're kind of going to need a miracle run. It just seems, even with 5 minutes left, that things are kind of getting out of hand and games slipping through your fingers.
Asking the Fighting Clan to score 12 points and get 4 stops in that time span is almost asking for a miracle in itself. 5:11 to go here. They don't have to worry about the bonus. They only have 1 foul here in this fourth quarter, but they are down by 12. A game that was within 1 possession going into this quarter, 2 possessions, matter of fact, turns into an ugly contest after almost 3 minutes of basketball. Once again, we thank you for joining us here on the Vineland Public Schools broadcast. My name is Marcio Heather with my partner Kyle KB Bennett here at Edward T. Harvard Gymnasium. Vineland's JV squad won early on. Vineland Varsity squad looking to do the same and go 2-0 on today's doubleheader. Wildwood Catholic trying to stop that any way they can and get their 6th win of the season as Vineland's trying to go above 500 or below with this 12-point deficit. Baruffi going to inbound here to Sarnoff. Same starting 5 here on the floor for the Fighting Clan. Sarnoff looking to his left, passes to his left, gets to Bernhardt, who's guarded closely by Dunner, trying to get by him, kicks it to Reyes. Reyes is going to drive, look for the corner 3. Gainey will shoot it, and he will miss it, and Ruiz with the rebound. Here comes Wildwood Catholic. Great catch there. They pass it back up to Reeves, who's going to drive. Great pass down low. That's going to be stolen there by Sarnoff going the other way. At 3-on-3, Vaughn has to slow it down. Pass to Barufi. What a play, and Barufi misses again, and a foul is going to be called. Barufi right now just can't seem to get one to go down.
It's one of those things, too, that I think the lack of substitutions tonight has killed Vineland in a sense where they're just tired. And I love Jack Barufi. I think his game is fantastic. He just doesn't have it tonight, unfortunately. And that's where Coach Russo needs to say, okay, one of my guys doesn't have it. I got to find a way to,
Counteract
supplement that and find somebody with a similar skill set or a different skill set that will mesh well as Reyes hits the mid-range there.
That's all Vineland needs right now. They need defensive stops, and they need to make shots like that down the stretch with 4 minutes to go.
And it's a bummer that tonight, no Sean Riggins tonight.
Sean Riggins, who also did not play in the last game against Cape May Tech. The only substitution this game, Dakota Folks, for less than 3 minutes, has an easy bucket there for Dunner off the screen. Fighting Clan can't stop the bleeding on the defensive end of the floor. Sarnoff with the ball. He's going to drive, most likely pass out. He does to Barufi, and that's going to hit Barufi right in the face. McGrath trying to save the possession there. Another substitution here will be number 1 checking in for number 4 of Wildwood Catholic. Reyes, the inbounder, as always.
Here goes the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Sarnoff with the ball here, pass to Barufi. Barufi is going to turn it over almost, but does get turned over. And Barufi has been hanging his head this entire second half.
You got to get him a break.
Confidence slipping away, but Barufi has the ball going this way. Great pass to Gainey, who leaves it at the rim. If there's one way to describe how this second half has gone for the Fighting Clan, just show them that possession.
Not even the second half, just this fourth quarter. Third quarter was probably their most efficient quarter of the entire game in terms of scoring and defensive stops.
A miss there turns into free throws here for Dunner of Wildwood Catholic. Shooting 2 here. Fighting Clan down 45-31. 3:02 to go. 3 fouls on the Fighting Clan, none on Wildwood Catholic as that first free throw rims out.
Looked like a Beyblade.
No substitution still here in this fourth quarter. The bench keeping the warm-up hoodies on. Second free throw goes down for Dunner. As a timeout is going to be called by Vineland, and it looks to be some substitutions happening here with Russo pulling up what looks to be James Lawson, as well as number 41, Dominic Bailey. Some JV powerhouses looking to get some minutes here in the varsity game, but down 46.
Chris Thomas also getting ready to check in. He had a good game against Buna.
He had a rough game earlier on against this Wildwood Catholic JV team. Looking to try and turn it around here in this fourth quarter, but I believe the fat lady is beginning to bring out her notes and music sheets because 3:02 to go, 46-31. I mean, T-Mac has done some pretty amazing things. I don't believe we have a T-Mac here situation between Wildwood Catholic and the Violent Fighting Clan.
Caden Barr also going to check in, as well as Olufemi Sode. Congrats to him. I saw on the old Bird app today that he got another offer.
Well deserving. Completely different 5 here. Biggest substitution of the game for the Fighting Clan. It'll be Lawson, as well as Caden Barr, Dakota Folks, Olufemi Sode, Chris Thomas. Lawson with the ball, had a great game against the JV squad, getting trapped instantly. Folks with the ball, looks to his right where Chris Thomas is waiting. And not much really going here offensively, not much movement as the Fighting Clan are just looking to pass the ball. It's going to go back to Sode. Sode is going to drive, put up a runner, and knock down the floater. Olufemi Sode, with his first shot of the game, knocks it down.
Bully hour, says Jerry. Olafemi. Bully.
Sode known for a great mid-range shot and physical defense. He smiles on the other end of the floor guarding Jackson. Dunner almost pulls it up from the logo. Number 1 with the ball going to his left, pass, but to Ruiz, who crosses half court. And it will be a backcourt violation on Wildwood Catholic with 2:12 to go here. We're going to see McGrath check out. Well, it's safe to say had the most points for this team, knocked down at least 4 3-pointers here today. Was hot in that third quarter. Folks with the ball, passing it off to Thomas. Back to Barr. Not much movement after catching the passes here from the Fighting Clan as Thomas looks to drive, pulled in by Sode, who's going to put up the shot off the backboard. No good, and Sode just absolutely rolls him over onto the hardwood.
He's got that dog in him.
Football season not yet out of the mindset of Olafemi Sode here, and you got to love him for it. As we're going to see some more substitutions here.
It never leaves you when you become a first-team all-conference defensive player.
Never. So Wildwood Catholic here looking to kind of run this clock out, score with some of the JV players as time runs down. As Ruiz somehow pulls in that rebound, passes it, and turns it into a bucket. Anthony Eduardi with that bucket there. Lawson with the ball, bringing up the court. Minute 30 to go here. Fighting Clan on offense now. Olafemi Sode passes to Folks. Back to Thomas. Thomas to the corner where Lawson's waiting. Puts up the 3. No good. Almost reeled in by Sode, but going the other way. 2-on-2. Puts up the runner off the glass and good. Once again, Eduardi finishing. And another timeout called here by the Fighting Clan. Fighting Clan looking just dejected and defeated on the bench as well as in the huddle. As time winds down with a minute 09 to go, 50-33 score. And KB, this was a winnable game.
Yeah, for 3 1/4 quarters. It was a winnable game.
Hard to think that the Fighting Clan, who drew within 6, had a lead at one point, drop this game and lose a very winnable one against a Wildwood Catholic team who's 5-9. Not a really good team on the road like we stated earlier on, but down 50-33.
I think the lack of rotation and substitutions kind of made things a little predictable for Wildwood Catholic to kind of know how Vineland was going to operate. You don't get a mass substitution, I should say, until, you know, the game is out of reach and there's 3 minutes left. And that's all, folks.
Folks knocks down the 3-pointer as time continues to wind down. 50-36 here to go. Wildwood Catholic passes it back to the known hometown Vinelander, Ruiz. That's going to be passed to the top of the key and knocked down by number 3, whose name we do not have on the roster. Another JV player checking in. James Lawson with the ball now, guarded closely. He's going to drive. Pass to Chris Thomas. He's going to pass back to Folks. He's going to put up another 3 way off the mark. Here comes Ruiz going the other way. Sode guarding him at half court, staying with him, tries to pick his pocket from behind. Vineland losing a tough one here as time winds down. No shot being taken there. Wildwood Catholic will leave on a high note, tying up the doubleheader, winning the varsity game, losing the JV game. Vineland drops one here at home, 53-36. A tough one to say at the least in that fourth quarter. Game was winnable and very close, but Vineland not being able to put the winning stamp onto this one. KB, what are your takeaways from today's game?
Just tough. I think Vineland got tired. I think they got predictable in their scheme because of the lack of substitutions and not giving different looks. It's something that they're going to have to watch the film and kind of, you know, go back to the drawing board on this one. And next game, they're going to look to get over 500 again. And it's kind of been this balancing act on a seesaw all season long for this varsity squad.
Once again, final score here at Edward T. Harvard Gymnasium, 53-36, Vineland falling to Wildwood Catholic. My name is Marciano Heather with my partner Kyle K.B. Bennett. We thank you for joining us as always and hope to see you soon here on the Vineland Public School broadcast. And as always, let's go Fighting Clan.